Hi everyone, Lularoe Stephanie Struckfuss here, aka the Quiet Lula Girl. I am so excited that you are tuning in again. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Today I want to talk about the difference between being an introvert and having anxieties. Oftentimes we kind of think of them as the same thing. They are not the same thing. They are very different. Oftentimes introverts do have anxieties, especially social anxiety, because there are parts of being social that don't come naturally to us. And so it does cause anxiety. But they are not the same thing. There are plenty of people who are introverts who do not have social anxiety, and there are plenty of extroverts who have anxieties and social anxiety. So they are completely different. Let's talk a little bit about anxiety. Anxiety, really the root of anxiety is the perception of a lack of control over something. So if you feel like you are out of control, that you can't control the world around you in whatever aspect that is, that will cause anxieties. So a really great way to work on anxieties is working on letting go of things that you cannot control. That is a huge life lesson for anyone. Learning to let go of the things that you cannot control. Learning to focus on the things that you can control. So basic, but so life-changing, and something that we really need to be reminded of ourselves on a daily basis. I have to remind myself all the time. One thing that's really helped me with my anxieties is mindfulness activities. Something that I would love to do as another future video is talking about mindfulness and how doing activities to help become more self-aware. Not just like activities, but just in general, the concept of just being present and in the moment and accepting where you are right now and enjoying the moment. There are activities that you can do that help with that, but in general, it's more of a life lesson. Something that really helps with anxiety, and it's something that I feel like introverts, it comes more naturally to introverts, and it is life-changing when you really tune into it as an introvert. We are intuitive people, we are creative people, and learning to let go of the things that we cannot control and focus on where we are right now in the moment is amazing. So anyway, anxieties. Everyone has anxieties, and they are different than being an introvert. Now let's talk about being an introvert. If you guys are familiar with the really famous book, Quiet, by, I believe, Susan Cain, if my memory serves me right, she talks a lot about energy and how being an introvert is all about energy and where you get your energy. I highly suggest doing a Myers-Briggs test if you haven't already, and if you have, do it again. They recommend you do it like 3 different times in, I don't know, a week or a month or something, because it may change a little bit. And if you haven't done it in a while, do it again, because we all change. And so anyway, it doesn't hurt. I am an INFJ, and so that means that I am an introvert. I am very intuitive and very sensitive to other people's energy. So I find value in interacting with others. That's why I like doing these types of videos. I'm hoping that they can help other people. I know in my first video I kind of mentioned my background as a therapist. So anyway, I kind of lost my train of thought. What was I talking about? Being an introvert, your energy. You get energy as an introvert from scaling back and being quiet. If you, let's say, you have had a really difficult week, you are stressed out, you're all just pent up and crazy, and you just need to scream. You've had one of those weeks. What do you need to do on a Friday night to let go of the tension that's in your body? What do you need to do? Do you crave to go out and party the night away and dance the night away and just let it out and just be around other people and not really have to think, and that's just your release? If that is energizing to you and that is what you need, then you are most likely an extrovert. If you need to just be quiet and still, if you need to read a book or just crawl into bed and watch a show, to take a long bath, to take a long walk, cuddle with your dog, like whatever it is. If that is what you need to do to calm yourself down and let go of that pent up energy, then you are most likely an introvert. Now, everyone is on a scale. Not one person is just an introvert. Not one person is just an extrovert. Everyone lands somewhere on the scale. So chances are there are times when you want to go out and interact with other people. That does not mean that you are not an introvert. It just, whatever you generally will lean towards. Being self-aware is key in being successful in life in general, especially as a business owner. It is vital that we understand who we are and what makes us tick, what gives us purpose, what recharges us, our boundaries, what we need to do to pull back when we've had enough, how we need to communicate that to our loved ones and our customers. These are all things that we have to learn to do, but we have to learn to understand ourselves to know what we're asking for. That's something that I've been working on since becoming a Lularoe consultant, is figuring out where my boundaries are. Everyone talks about setting boundaries, but how do you set a boundary if you don't know what your needs are? So I've been working on that. January, this is my month where I've scaled back. I did really well from August to December. Blew my expectations out of the water for success with being a Lularoe consultant. I've loved it, but it has been exhausting. So January has been my month to just pull back and reevaluate my expectations for my business, my health and balance for my life. And so that's where I have been. I challenge you to do the same. I challenge you to evaluate yourself, to see where you are on that introverted extroverted scale. If you were an introvert, what are you doing to recharge and refill your cup? What are you doing on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis to fill your cup? So anyway, I'd love to hear from you. Where do you feel like you fall on that line between an introvert and an extrovert, and how your anxieties maybe are influencing your perception of that, and kind of your awareness of the difference between being an introvert and anxieties. What you're doing to manage your anxieties, all of that kind of stuff. I want to hear from you. So please comment below and let me know, and look for more videos. So I hope this was helpful to you guys. Bye.